back to my channel. So in today's video, we are getting back into shape. Notice the verb tense. It's not got back into shape, it's getting back into shape, because I'm still not like 100% where I wanted to be when I started this video, but it's a process. The longer getting back into shape takes, that means that it's gonna stick and it's gonna last longer, because it means you're changing bad habits to make yourself healthier, and the longer that you have to do it to see results, the more it's likely to stick. In my second semester of uni, really let myself go for the first time in like 9 years since I officially lost all my weight. If you don't know what I'm talking about, so I used to be 60 pounds overweight, and then I lost it. It took about a year, and then I've been maintaining it now for 9. And yeah, I've never let myself go this much. I gained about 15 pounds, I think. It was just shocking to me because I haven't gained weight like that in a really long time, and I did feel really uncomfortable, and I was really putting myself down when I looked at myself in the mirror, because a lot of my clothes were really tight and I just looked really bloated. I didn't feel good. So I actually filmed myself and my process. I didn't film the food process as much, but I filmed the exercise process. So I'll be showing you guys in videos what I did, how I was feeling, what exercises I do now, and what my routine is now, because I can say I am an exercise girl. And I'll also be showing you as well the food habits that caused me to gain weight and how I made slight changes to correct them, as well as just general tips on how you guys can eat a little bit healthier too. So I feel like let's stop talking and let's start the video. So part 1 is exercise. My workout has been non-existent the last, I'd say 3 years. I haven't really been consistent. I've never really been a consistent exercise girl because I have only focused on what I look like my weight, and your weight is controlled by your food, it's not controlled by exercise. But I realized that your body will not look toned, it'll look flabby, it'll have a lot of cellulite, and also you get like a bunch of little brain problems and lots of diseases that you get from not exercising. So that was really important to me. I just want to start exercising now that I'm getting older. I feel like if I don't start, I will regret it when I'm older, when I start getting those diseases. So how do you get back into exercising after a long period of not doing it? So when I was first getting into shape, the most important thing was consistency and trying my best. That was all I needed to do, and that's all you need to do as well, because you're not gonna be where you were before, okay? You're not gonna be able to go on a run like you used to. You're not gonna be able to do as many push-ups. You're gonna be in a lot of pain, and you're not gonna last a long time. So that's what I had to do. I just decided to do anything. So I chose dance workouts and just like kind of cardio routines to kind of get me back into it. I didn't mind how long I did it for. I just did it for as long as I could. So I will show you guys how that went. Because I literally only made 6 minutes and 55 seconds before I just couldn't do it anymore. My lungs are burning, and then my chest started to hurt a little bit. I just feel like very unhealthy right now. If you're just starting to work out for the first time in a really long time, if you're normally a couch potato and you're trying to be an active little fry, skinny fry, if you're trying to be, what's a fit potato? What potato is the healthiest? steamed potato. We'll be steamed potato. So if we want to be a steamed potato girl or boy, we're gonna have to take it slow. You don't want to push yourself. The best thing at this stage, as annoying as it is and as hard as it is just showing up. Like, you just need to show up, do 5 minutes, 10 minutes, just get into the routine of this. And eventually, hopefully your body gets used to it and you'll be able to do a little bit more, but you're developing the habit of just showing up. Good morning, everybody. It is currently like 6:30 in the morning. And I'm gonna try to go for a run for the first time in I don't even know how many years. I think like, when was the last time I went for a run? Hold up. It's been years. Whoa, it's literally been years since I went on a run. I think the last time I went out was when I was living in Brighton, and that was 3 years ago. And like, that's so bad. That's so bad. Yeah, so that's the first time I'm going for a run. Am I that unhealthy? Like, wow. Surprisingly, as the weeks got on and the longer I did it, the less it hurt. So I can actually do a full video now without even thinking about it. I actually do 2 videos now, like 2 Pilates routines back to back. So I can actually go up to 20 minutes now, which is crazy. It's such a contrast to how I was in the beginning. So with slow, consistent workouts, you can get to your level. I also noticed as well that I switched the times when I would choose to work out. So in the beginning, I chose the mornings because that's just what I was used to. But I ended up starting to work out in the evenings or the afternoons because I just felt better about it. Like, my body just felt better. So I do choose to work out in the evenings more, but probably when I start going back to school, I will do them in the morning, because if you have a whole day of doing stuff, you don't want to work out at the end of the day. You just want to get it over with. So my workout routine now is I do Monday to Friday. I really try my best. Sundays I don't feel like doing it. Sometimes I skip 2 days in a row, but I really do try to get up and just do even 5 minutes of working out, because it's better than doing nothing. You know what I mean? And once you get into it, you're just like, oh, I actually really like working out. Like, you have to remind yourself that you like working out, because when you're just sitting there in your bed all cozy, you don't want to get up and just like start dancing or like doing Pilates. But when you force yourself to get out and you do it for 5 minutes, you just tell yourself, okay, 5 minutes, I'm just gonna do 5 minutes, I'm just gonna do 7 minutes, I'm just gonna do whatever. Then when you get up and start doing it, you actually get into it. So I try to work out Monday to Friday, have my days off Saturday, Sunday. I found that that's a pretty good routine for me. Like, maybe I'm not gonna look like an Instagram model or like look really fit, but I feel good, and I feel like it actually helps me. Like, I can actually carry things a little bit easier now, and I just feel a lot healthier. So for the dance workouts, I really recommend this channel called, I think it's Growing with Jo. So yeah, this girl, Grow with Jo. You need to follow her channel, because whenever I watch a routine, the person will just change moves, and then you're just like sitting there for a second studying the new movement, and then you kind of like get out of the groove in a way, because you're just like dancing then stopping, dancing then stopping. But this girl, she actually like works out, and she'll have like a mini preview of what's coming next. So as you're still doing like one move, you can like watch and go, oh, okay, cool, she's gonna do that in a second, and hey, you know what I mean? So, oh, I just spilled my hot water on my leg. Ew, it looks like I peed myself. I'm holding a cup of water. And I have a hot water bottle as well. For the Pilates, I mainly follow Pamela, I believe her name is. However, you have to be careful because some of her stuff is pretty advanced and I can't even follow them yet. And they don't look like they're gonna do much, especially her arm workouts, her beginner arm workouts with no weights. Like it's literally just things like this or like this. And it doesn't seem like it's doing anything, but it burns and it hurts. I really recommend those two channels, but I'm sure there are loads more. If you guys have any recommendations for me, let me know down below. Oh, another thing too is belly dancing is fun, but it's not as like bit of a workout as I do with the more cardio intense ones. So that's the workout. Just trying to think of any more tips I can give you guys. So yeah, just taking it slow, be consistent, stay at your level. Push yourself, but not too much. Choose things that you find that are fun. You don't have to be one of those bodybuilders like just doing a bunch of weights. You don't have to do like a certain activity. It just needs to get you moving. That's it. You can even just, you don't even have to like work out with a YouTube video. You could just start playing sports. You could, I don't know, anything that gets you moving for a period of time. That makes you sweat. The second portion of getting back into shape is food. Food is probably the most important thing when it comes to your weight. Unfortunately, that's just how it is. So I gained, like I said in the beginning, about 15 pounds, like 15 pounds over my last semester of uni. So I noticed that I changed a couple habits, and this is the point. When you're trying to get back into shape, you need to be as honest with yourself as possible because you want to get to the root of why something has changed. For me, when I looked at my habits, I noticed that there were two things that I was doing that made me gain all this weight. So one of them was I became obsessed with chips, or crisps as you would call them here in the UK. I would have a full bag by myself. I would intend to keep it for the week and just like have it for dessert here and there. When I would start eating it, I would devour the whole bag. And then a couple days later I'd be like, oh, I'm really craving chips again. And I would buy another bag of chips and I would just down it all in one go. So yeah, I was eating unintentionally full bag of chips, 2 and the occasional 3 times a week. Now, there's only 7 days in a week, so if almost half is spent eating a full bag of chips, that is not good. I think that that is the reason why I must have gained so much weight, because in the last 9 years since I've lost weight and have been maintaining it, I have never eaten 3 bags of chips a week, ever. And funnily enough, I justified that I could eat these bag of chips because I wasn't eating lunch as much. So that's number 2, is I was skipping a lot of meals. And I don't like to say that on the internet because I don't want to promote eating disorders or unhealthy eating. I wasn't eating lunch as frequently throughout the week because I was so busy with school, and I would like go physically to the school and I wouldn't pack a lunch and I didn't feel like eating out. Or I'd be like doing homework at home or like doing lectures, and I would just think to myself, oh, I'm too busy to make lunch. I didn't ever have like easy prepared lunch ideas like sandwiches. Like, I always relied on cooking like kind of a gourmet lunch. I just didn't feel like making it because I was so busy, so I just wouldn't make it. So skipping meals, skipping lunch actually made me gain weight, and it didn't help because I was eating bags of chips as well. Your body literally thinks it's going into starvation mode, so your body will literally cling to all of the food that you eat. So if I'm eating chips and not eating lunches, my body is like trying to keep all of the calories and all of the, you know. But now I eat a lot of food, but I just eat a lot of good food. I know it's gonna sound counterintuitive, but since I've started to eat more food, I've started to notice that my body has lost weight. So if you guys are in the same predicament and you want to eat healthy but you don't like cooking, I would recommend to either make your meal in batches. So I don't particularly like to do that because I have a really small fridge. I live in the UK. I can't meal prep like that. So yeah, you could either do that, or you could do what I like to do, and that's make extra for dinner. So even though I live on my own, I still cook as if I'm making it for 2 people, because I will just save that leftover and have it for lunch. Another thing too is try to have like more on the go things that are still healthy. So for instance, I like to make healthy sandwiches, so I don't like to have white bread or anything like that. Like I have wholemeal bread. I'll have like a little salad on the side with avocado and lemon and tomatoes and onions. And then in my sandwich, it's not the healthiest, but when I'm really in a rush, I do appreciate just like putting some sandwich meat in there. I have like plant-based meat, and I'll have like some cheese, and I'll put like a little bit of butter or mayo or whatever. And it's just like such a nice quick lunch. Sometimes I'll have like smashed chickpeas as well, like the ready-made ones in the tins. I don't really like that too much because it does take a lot of effort, but when I do find the effort, it's really good. So yeah, just having a lot of ready-made stuff. You could get some soups as well, but it is better to make things yourself. I would avoid though, so this is one of my tips for you guys if you're looking to get back into shape, is to be cautious of foods that look like they're healthy but they're not. This is one of my biggest issues because it's so easy to fall for marketing that makes you think something is healthy. So for instance, smoothies are listed as healthy because they're so high in calories. Like your body is not meant to eat 4 or 5 bananas and an orange and some spinach and yada 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 at the same time in this little cup. Your body is meant to eat like the whole form, and you actually get full from it. A lot of like pre-processed or like instant things that you buy in the supermarket. So instant oatmeal versus raw oatmeal. One of them already has sugar and things added to it. Another one is completely up to you to decide what you add into it. So you have more control. Breads as well. This is something new, but I actually, other than sourdough bread, because it's really complicated, I've actually liked to make my own bread because I don't add any sugar to it other than the ones for the yeast. You can control how much sugar you add into it, what ingredients go into it. It's literally only like 2 or 3 ingredients versus like bread at the supermarket, which is full of processed stuff. Sorry guys, the lighting is gonna be bad for the last minute. I'm just gonna film like this because my thing keeps turning off. When you're grocery shopping, try to stay out of the aisles. That is what I started implementing. When I see the chip aisle, I don't even go buy it, okay? I don't even buy chips because I know when I bring it home, I will just devour it all in one go. I'll only buy them for a cheat meal, so I'll have a cheat meal once a week. And on my cheat meal, if I'm craving chips, I'll just buy a bag of chips and I'll eat them and I'll enjoy it. So you can't completely avoid the aisles, because you know, you have a lot of different things in the aisles, like your oils that you cook with, you got your rice, pastas. But if you know you're coming up to a section where you're gonna be tempted, like the chocolate section or the candy section or the chip section, for me, I just try to avoid it at all costs, because once you buy something and you bring it into your home, you will eat it. Probably get some today because I really want like spicy chips. It's my cheat meal, it's Friday today, so. Oh, that's also a really good tip too if you're getting back into shape. Have a cheat meal. So you know on certain days you can have whatever you want to eat and you will not feel guilty about it. So on my cheat meals, I normally have like pizzas or burgers. Today I'm gonna get burgers with nuggets and fries, and I'm gonna have a bag of chips afterwards, or popcorn depending on what I want. But I just have that once a week and I really enjoy it and it keeps me going. So if you really think about it, it sounds like a lot to have something once a week, but it's literally only 4 days out of a month or 5 days out of a month versus all those other days, like 25 or 26 days that doesn't have junk food. So you're eating significantly more healthy than you are junk. So it really does even out, and it might feel like you're setting yourself back, but it really does not. It really doesn't do anything if you only have it once a week. So yeah, anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this week's video, and I hope that these tips helped you in one way or another. Hopefully maybe I can make like a follow-up video in a couple months when my body actually, I mean, it has started to show that it looks a little bit better, like especially my stomach area. My stomach area is reduced a lot. If you guys are on the fence, I mean, you probably aren't because you're watching this video, but Getting back into shape is just the most rewarding thing you can do for yourself. I get a little bit teary-eyed, but when I saw myself in the mirror and I just saw how much weight I gained, I just felt so disheartened. I just really put myself down. You don't exercise, you feel bad all the time, you just feel slumpy, like you don't, even though it doesn't seem like a lot to people, like I just felt like so bad about myself. But since I started to work out again and eat healthy, a lot better. I feel healthier, I feel more confident, I feel better about myself. I just feel like when you do something like this, it gives you hope that even if your life is not where you want it to be, you can work on it and actually change it. Yeah, anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys are just starting your workout journey, I wish you the best, and I will see you guys next week for a very exciting video. It's gonna be a little bit different than my other videos. It's gonna be a series that I'm starting on my channel, and I'm very excited about it. So anyways, I'll see you guys next week for that video, and until then, I don't have a catchphrase. And until then, okay, bye.